Dear students, today let us discuss about the full wave rectifier. Okay, so the full wave, what do you mean by rectifier? So in the previous classes we have discussed about what is rectifier. Rectifier is nothing but it will convert the AC voltage into a DC pulsating voltage. Here the full wave rectifier, in the sense the current will flows through the entire load. Okay, that means for the entire cycle of input, that means 0 to 2 pi. And this full wave rectifiers are classified into two types. One is center tapped full wave rectifier and another one is bridge rectifier. Okay, center tapped full wave rectifier and bridge rectifier. So first we will see what is center tapped full wave rectifier. So some of the connections will shows that the particular circuit is center tapped one, and some of the components which we are going to connect is called as what, whether it is a full wave or it is a half wave rectifier. In the previous class we discussed about half wave rectifier. So in the half wave rectifier, only that circuit conduct for only for positive cycle. Why? There we have used only single diode. The diode will act as a rectifier there. So in the center tap transformer, as usual for the rectifier, the transformer is very important. So this is the symbol for transformer. It is primary coil as well as secondary coil. Okay, now this AC input we are giving, it consists of 230 volt as well 50 hertz. Okay, now coming to this connection, first we are connecting diode, that is D1, followed by that one more diode D2. Then here the load resistance is connected from the center of the secondary coil. Okay, now the another end of diode D1 and the one end of resistor RL and another end of diode D2 is joined. So this connection is called as center tap. Okay, now again this is the way we are closing the circuit loop. So now it is very clear, by using the two diodes in the circuit we can say the particular circuit is a full wave rectifier. And when the load resistance is connected from the center of the secondary coil, therefore it is called as center tapped full wave rectifier. Okay, now here we are going to take output across the load resistor. Okay, from the center of the secondary coil we are going to take the DC output. Now let us discuss about the operating conditions of center tapped full wave rectifier. So here we are giving AC input cycle. In the AC input cycle, the wave has positive cycle, positive half cycle and negative half cycle. Put together it is called as a cycle of signal. Okay, then next, first we will see what is going to happen when only the positive half cycle is given as the input. Okay, so first we are going to discuss about the operating conditions of full wave rectifier. So during this positive half cycle of the AC input signal, the diode, you see the terminal consists of plus or minus A, and down it is mentioned as plus or minus V. Whenever the positive is given, the diode D1 will, the terminal A will be positive and B is negative, so that diode D1 will conduct and diode D2 will be in off condition. Okay, so here see, during the positive cycle A is positive and B is negative. So here negative to positive, so D2 will 100% it will be in off condition, and during the positive half cycle the plus A is there, and this plus A means some plus voltage is given to the positive of the diode, therefore D1 will conduct. Okay, now D1 is conduct, show that it has given us blue color. Now the next thing, it is non-conduct, that means it will act as a open switch, so it is not conducting. Now what will happen? The current will flow only in the first half of the circuit. That means the terminal plus A, then through diode, then it goes to the resistor RL to the center. Okay, then followed by that, this operation is happen only during the positive half cycle. Okay, now herely we can confirm that during the positive half cycle, the terminal A will be positive and B will be negative, and the diode D1 will forward biased, and hence it will be in conduction mode. The diode D2 will be reverse bias and it will not be in conducted mode. So when the diode conducts, automatically it will supply a load current. Okay. Therefore, the load current IL is equal to I into D1. Load current IL is equal to I into D1. So the current is flowing in this direction, which is shown as a dotted line. Okay, followed by that, the output is whatever the input, we will get it as the output, that is DC output signal. The next we will think about negative half cycle. So the input, you can see negative half cycle. Whenever the negative half cycle comes, the terminal A is negative and B is positive. Okay, therefore the diode D2 conduct and D1 will be in non-conduction mode, and the current flows in the second part of the circuit. Therefore, this is for during negative half cycle. So how we can justify here? Diode D2 will be forward biased and hence it will be in conduction mode, and the D1 will be in reverse bias and it will not in conduction mode. Okay, then the diode automatically, whichever the diode is in conduction mode, it will supplies the current. Therefore here during negative half cycle, the diode D2 is supplies a load current. Okay, therefore IL is equal to what? I into D2. So here we are getting the DC output signal. So full wave rectifier means the circuit which conduct for both the cycles, positive and negative half cycle. So what is the difference while comparing with half wave rectifier and full wave rectifier? In the half wave rectifier, we are using only one diode, so that we are getting only for the positive cycle we will get output. But here in this case, we are using two diodes and it is acting as a full wave rectifier. And why it is called a center tap? Because the load resistor is connected to the center of the secondary winding. Now output voltage is nothing but V naught is equal to Vi minus 2Vf, because two diodes are conducting alternately, so that minus 2 into forward diode voltage. Okay, now this is the exact output. Here you can see across the center tap transformer, right? Now the input voltage is supplied from the transformer with center tap secondary winding. So here very combination of two half wave rectifier circuit. First half wave can be taken as first half part of the circuit is one half wave rectifier, and second part of the circuit is another half of the rectifier. So in general we can call this the combination of two half wave rectifier circuit. So each will be supplied from one half of the transformer secondary. Okay, now let us see about the waveform. So this is the input wave. X-axis is time and y-axis is input voltage, and here it varies, starts from 0 to pi, 2 pi, 3 pi, so up to it will be according to the cycle. So it is 0 to 8 pi. The maximum voltage is represented by Vm. Same way we are going to calculate output current and output voltage. So here output voltage during the positive half cycle, diode D1 will be on, so that we will get output current as well output voltage. So during the negative half cycle, as already we discussed in the circuit operation, diode D2 is on condition, so we will get output current as well as the output voltage. Such a way this is happening for all the cycles. This is the periodic operation for positive half cycle and negative half cycle. Okay. So now maximum current is IMC and average current is IDC. Therefore, same way maximum voltage is VM and average voltage is VDC. Okay. The next second type is bridge rectifier. So in the why it is called as bridge rectifier. Here we are using 4 diodes and this 4 diode is connected as a bridge. Okay. Here why we wanted to go from center tap transformer to the bridge rectifier. So center tap transformer is little expensive and also it need some more space is required. Okay, so here the very popular type of rectifier which used in electronic power supplies are bridge rectifiers. So this bridge rectifier requires 4 diodes that we will mention it as D1, D2, D3 and D4. Okay, this is the way. See here, opposite diodes are connected in the direction. You see, D1 is positive to negative, same way D2. Placing the position of the diodes very similar, like D1 and D2 is similar and D3 and D4 is similar. Okay. And now we are giving where the joining points like A, B, C, D. Now again we are going to connect a transformer to the terminal. So AC input voltage we are giving, and here the secondary of transformer is connected to the node point A and C. Okay, and the load resistor is connected to other point called B and D. Okay, see the terminals is marked as KL and the load resistor is connected to B and D. Now we are going to take the output in the point of terminal, that is across the load resistor. Okay. Now let us discuss about the bridge rectifier circuit. So circuit connections are over. Here if we come during the positive half cycle, okay, input we are giving positive half cycle. So can you judge which diodes will get positive forward bias? Automatically you can see over here that D1 the current is flowing towards from the node A because it is positive cycle, so it flows towards D1 and the current touches to node B, then it reaches the path of along with the across the load resistor, it reaches to node D, then it crosses diode D2 and finally it reaches to node C. So this is happen in the positive half cycle. So now I will give a direction. Okay. So here we can say that during the positive half cycle D1 and D2 will be forward bias which act like closed switch, and the D3 and D4 is reverse bias and it will act as open switch. Okay, so forward bias diodes are marked as blue color and the reverse bias diodes are marked as red color. See, now you can see the current flow through RL. The path you see here from the terminal K, it reaches to node A, then node A to node B, then from node B to node D, then need to C. So this is the operation. So during positive half cycle, now you might have understand very clearly how D1 and D2 is getting forward bias. Okay, clear? Then going to the negative half cycle. See here, this is the closed loop. It has taken place last year. Okay. Then for negative half cycle, what will happen? It is reaching to the KL is positive. So automatically the current flow will be D3 and D4 will forward bias. D1 and D2 will be reverse bias. Okay, now we can see the current flow. See, negative, it reaches the terminal C, then it moves to D, correct? It's negative, then clear? So this is the way for reverse bias condition. So you are getting the output in such a way. Okay, so hope everybody understood the concept of rectifier, positive half wave rectifier as well full wave rectifier. Thank you so much.